Good morning, Rainmakers. It's Priyan here from Rainway Realty. Hope you're well. I guess you could have guessed or seen, maybe not, that I have not done my last two podcasts. The main reason being is that um, basically I changed my routine. So this podcast is really about the power of consistency and really sort of achieving your goals. It really sort of shows you the struggle I'm having as well with breaking the podcast routine and how to get sort of back on track, sharing with you the importance of consistency, the challenges of staying committed to your goals, um, and the lessons learned from showing up, even when things aren't going as planned. Whether you're pursuing a personal goal, a passion, um, this episode is really to remind you of the key ingredients and things that you need in order to be successful. So, as you know, I started this podcast and I've been consistently cracking on and doing everything that I'm meant to do. However, in the last couple of days, my routine has changed. If I'm being honest, I was playing golf in the morning at 6 a.m., actually 7 a.m. And so as a result of that, even though I tried to wake up at 5 a.m., I was actually waking up at 6 a.m. And therefore, I had planned to do the podcast at 5 a.m. However, it wasn't working. So then I thought to myself, okay, it's fine. Go for your golf and then do your podcast after the golf. Of course, when I came back from golf, um, one thing led to another. I wasn't able to do it, had to go into the office, came back from the office. I thought I'll do it then. The first night, what happened was I did bedtime with my son, Rafi, and then basically I fell asleep. So, a bit disappointed. I had all the intentions of doing it, but because it wasn't cemented in my mind and it was moving around, what happens with myself is that some guy talks to me and keeps changing things, and he doesn't like change that much, so he then basically goes along with it until ultimately it's not done. um, this I come down to a little bit of resistance as well, because in the back of my mind I'm doing another podcast. It's something new. I'm reaching that level now where I'm getting the consistency. I'm not getting the extra maybe viewers. That's also because of the fact that I haven't been marketing myself or doing stuff. I'm just trying to get out there and do it rather than, fanny around and work out, how to get a better background, how to link my Instagram account. So all this is playing on my mind. So, okay, next day comes along, same thing happens, and I miss my podcast. Now, normally, what would happen in my life, and I guess most people's lives, is that now since I've missed it twice, it's the same scenario as going to the gym. And so I normally thought with the gym routine, because it's quite structured, that okay, if I go to the gym and I, get fit and I gain muscle mass, lose fat, or become fitter. I spent sort of 2 months doing it, and then I take a week off, and suddenly I've fallen off the wagon. I've lost muscle mass, maybe not as fit anymore, and then I try to get back into the routine. I don't, and then the whole thing's gone. Then I think to myself, it's so unfair. I spent 2 months gaining everything, and then it only takes 1 week to lose everything. However, if you actually start going back into the gym again and working out and getting back into the routine, your muscle memory and your fitness will come back very quickly. However, It does deteriorate quickly, but likewise, when you're learning stuff at the beginning of a journey, whether it be podcasting, whether it be going to the gym, you do gain more at the beginning than you do throughout the journey. The reason is the learning process is quicker. You're more excited. Your brain is looking for this stimulation. So ultimately, you go to the gym and you haven't been to the gym yes, it's hard the first time, but the second time and third time, you're feeling fitter. Your muscles feel great. You're walking like amazingly well. So when you then sort of stop doing it, you get the same feeling and the same reaction as the quick upside as you do the quick downside. So we only remember the downside, of course, I think, because we're wired as human beings to sort of take that on. And so therefore, we think it's a bad thing, but it's actually the same as what you were doing on the upside. So the moral of the story is that I'm back now. I'm doing the podcast. I'm going to carry on doing the podcast. And now I feel like even though I've had that, I've let myself down, this isn't great. Normally I would just leave it and then bang, failed. Not failed really, because in my mind, I'm thinking, well, have I failed or not? I've tried it. I've done it. I've tried to achieve something. Most people haven't done it. Most people don't do it. I think only 1% of the actual YouTube users actually create content, and the others don't. So I'm in the 1% club already. I'm not 100% sure whether that's correct, but I do believe it is. And so therefore, I give myself a pat on the back and I think to myself, okay, yes, you did achieve something. And then I'm allowed to walk away from it. But again, that's not correct, is it? Because I haven't achieved anything really. Yes, I've achieved more people in terms of trying, but trying doesn't get you anywhere in life, does it really? Everybody can try to do something and give themselves a pat on the back for trying. But ultimately, if you don't achieve anything, then you haven't really achieved anything more than the 99% of people who didn't try. So, yes, you can give yourself a pat on the back, but ultimately, if you keep trying to do stuff and then stopping when the resistance gets high, or you come across a stumbling block, or your routine changes, then ultimately you're not really going to achieve anything to the fullest and your goal and desire. And yeah, it is a failure. So, as I promised you guys, I'm not going to fail on this. I am going to pursue and make sure that I make a success of this channel. Now, why do I want to make a success of this channel, and why is it so important that I make a success of this channel and I have the right goals and desires for it? If you have the right goals and desires to do something that you really want to do, then you will do it because the goals and desires are aligned with your resonance of who you are as a person and what you enjoy. I love helping people. I love talking to people. I love passing on my knowledge that I have and I've learned the hard way by reading, talking. I wish that when I was younger, that somebody had given me more of a blueprint of what to do in life, how to achieve goals, how for example, back in the day when interest rates were really low, how to make the most of even before interest rates were really low, and they were about 5 or 6%. But anything that you touch, whether it be shares or property or anything, turned to gold. So it didn't matter what you did, you could just make money hand over fist. So taught you, okay, this is a purple patch that you're going through. It's not going to last forever. So make sure you work hard, you play hard, but you also save money and save things. Now, yes, I did save money. Yes, I was sensible. But if somebody had told me that, I would have worked doubly hard than I did. I don't know if that was possible, but I would have done. And I would have saved more. I would have been more strategic in my approach. And then I would have also maybe kept a certain amount of cash behind in order to take advantage of the down market. But I was fully invested at the time when things weren't as feasible or uh, as they got tougher. So the moral of the story is that I have a desire to help people and pass on my knowledge. So therefore, anybody that is watching this and seeing the lessons I'm giving, it may help them to understand how they can become better, how they can make money, how they can create wealth, not only in their life for monetary purposes, but also for inner peace and happiness. So because my desire is so strong, here I am, missed 2 podcasts. Sorry, I won't let you guys down again, but I lie. I will do most probably because I'm not superhuman. I'm not a robot, even though people sort of like to say I am sometimes. But it's a case of like, I will let you down, but I promise that I will carry on persevering and I will make sure that I stick to my guns. And even though if I have a couple of off days like I did, I will come back stronger and better than ever because I want to help you. I want to make sure that you, my rainmakers, are going to prosper in life. We're going to create some kind of community where people will talk to each other, help each other, be friends with each other, learn about the new economy, learn about how to live in harmony, visit each other. And I hope one day this podcast will be looked upon by people who are joining or have joined and say, wow, look, when he started doing this, this is how it looked. This is how it was. And look at him; he's struggling. You know, he missed the podcast as well. But there he is, back again. And this podcast may, repeat itself again in a year, 2 months. The thing, because it's not a straight, easy journey. Life is difficult, whether you're with your children or whether you're at work or whether you're thing. But just have your goals aligned, have them true to yourself. And that's one of the most important things, is have it true to yourself. You don't want to be a writer because your dad was a writer. You don't want to do writing because you think it's going to be good. Understand yourself. You know yourself better than anybody. But also listen to people, because if you're not willing to sort of understand yourself and know that you understand yourself, you will be able to get information from other people who know you and understand you and can talk to you, which will release that information in your brain for you to understand yourself. I mean, I'm speaking to a lady called Tracy Thomas, and she's one of the moguls that I hang out with. And she's a fascinating lady, amazing person. She runs the mogul empire. One day I will give you her details when I have everything set up properly. But she has really enlightened me and shown me that, my true desire from when I was day dot was to stand on a stage and to deliver a message to people and to give them energy, enthusiasm, desire, belief. Because I believe that if you have that, with everything else of education and politeness and kindness and empathy, if you have that, you can achieve anything in life. You can do anything in life. So thank you very much for listening. As I said, the podcast was really about getting back into the routine, showing you that the power of consistency and achieving your goals is super important. By having a desire and a real belief in yourself. So I hope that helps. And I will be back again tomorrow. My mum and her friends are coming over for 4 days. So again, that's going to be a challenge in itself. But again, I'm going to this time try to work out a way to schedule it or do it, so therefore I don't let it disrupt my passion of helping the rainmakers. Thank you. Take care.